Hello everyone and welcome back to more Kira. In the last episode, this is in the future, about 5 years or so. Um, we have a new band formed by Murakami and us, and there's a couple new members. Um, Singer Aki is looking to get a solo gig, and our drummer basically quit on us because he wants to make more money. He wants to, live the good life. We're kind of struggling right now, but, who knows? Now we got to replace the drummer and probably Aki because if she's getting a record label with a solo singer, she's not going to want to be with us. She's, wants to move on bigger, better things, I'm sure. So with that, let's continue. I think I slept for a bit, but I wake up soon. My head is not clear. The light is shining on my head. I left the lights on. I can hear rain pouring outside. This thin ceiling doesn't cancel any noise. Is this what woke me up? I could have to turn the light on. Then I realized there's someone in my room. What? It's a small person. Sitting on the carpet, swaying her head. I can't see the face since this person is wearing a long sleeve hoodie over the head. This person is wearing long sleeves in the middle of summer. Maybe this person doesn't have an umbrella. Her clothes are wet with rain. I don't understand. Does this kid come in my room to avoid the rain? What? I know I locked the door, but I can't trust it since the apartment is so old. This person sleeping in my room didn't bother me sleeping and doesn't seem to be dangerous, but I'm not sure if I can let this person keep sleeping in here. This person wakes up as I'm thinking of what to do and rubs her eyes and looks up to me.
Ohayo, Shika-kun.
What? I'm really confused. What?
ごめんね。鍵が開いてたから勝手に入っちゃった。
She looks sorry. I can't mistake this face and the expression. The lock is broken. You can open it if you pull really hard.
そっか、ボロいんだね。
She laughs. It's Karari. Shino.
久しぶりだね。元気だった？
Yeah, I'm okay, I guess.
私も元気だったよ。
What? Wait. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Let's stop. If my memory is correct, Kurashino is not fine. But she died.
じゃあ、記憶が正しくないんだよ。
What? What?
でも、死んじゃったって思ってても仕方ないかも。隠してたから。
What? Wait, what do you mean hiding?
あのね、すごくいろんなことがあったんだ。
Kurari starts telling me. To make the long story short, Kurari was taken to the hospital on the night of the fire. Her condition was unstable, but she was walking the thin line between here and there in ICU. But she came back in the morning. Her consciousness came back by that afternoon. But the future didn't look good even if she got well. They still had a debt, and her father was arrested. They had nowhere to live. Kurari couldn't start working anytime soon. And Kashiwara's grandfather, Matsugoro, came to the rescue them.
このままじゃどうしようもないから、もう世間から隠れた方がいいっていうの。
So they all changed their names and started a new life as different people with the help of Kashiwara's grandfather.
だからね、最初から死んだりなんかしてないよ。
She sounds wait a minute. That can't be true. Because I did hear the hospital declare you dead at that night. What?
それがおかしいんだよ。きっと変な夢でも見ちゃったんじゃないの？だ
Can't be.
ってシカ君病院来てないもん。火事の連絡して駆けつけてくる途中に事故に遭って自分が入院したんだよ。
Me? What?
そうだよ。覚えてない？雨の中車にひかれて頭打っちゃったの。
I remember falling, but I didn't get run over. What?
引かれたんだよ。
A
それで
month?
1ヶ月くらい入院してね。私も見舞いに行ったけど意識なかったんだ。
Wait, so you're telling me that I hit my head and that's why my memory's wrong?
そうかも。それ以外にもいろいろ変な障害とか出てるかもしれないね。一度病院に行ったらいいよ。
I may be crazy, but that's way over my
だ
head.
ってね、私が死んだなんてそんなのあるわけないじゃん。そうだ、後でお家に電話してみたらいいよ。シカ君の両親はちゃんとシカ君が病院に入ったこと覚えてるから。
I can't believe it, but I just have to nod for now. I asked her what she's been up to lately. She says she's working as a different person under a different identity.
すごいんだよ。私今ね、大きな会社に入ってパソコンで書類作ったり、電話でお客さんにアンケート取ったりしてるんだ。
She seems to be proud. Well, I'm glad you're doing fine, but why didn't you tell me sooner? Why did you show up now?
おじいちゃんがね、昔の知り合いには会わない方がいいって言うから、それでサリナちゃんにも秘密にしてたんだ。だけど私もね、
Please.
寂しくて
Your skin is
シ
perfect.
カ君とかみんなにこっそり会いに行こうと思った時もあるんだよ。
She stretches and sleeves of her hoodie down to her wrist and smiles.
でもこないだまた手術してね、
Oh.
やっとやけどの跡が消えてきたからシカ君に会いに来ちゃったんだ。でもエッチはダメだよ。この服の下はまだすんごいんだ。こんなに暑いのに
Come on, the
半
last
袖
thing
が
on
着
my
ら
mind
れ
is
ない
sex.
んだもん。あとそうだ、サリナちゃんにも誰にも私が会いに来たの内緒だよ。本当はまだ誰とも会っちゃダメなんだから。
Roy points her index finger on her lips. I'm still confused. I just stare at her and she smiles at me. This is exactly what I've been dreaming. I hear the rain even harder. My room seems like a small boat and we're pushed into the river. I don't move at all. I just don't make any decisions. I'm just waiting for a change.
ねえシカ君、
Roy stares like she's bored of silence.
シカ君、今バンドやってるんでしょ。私ね、
You
こない
did.
だこっそりとシカ君のバンドのライブ見に行ったんだよ。
Yeah? I answer vaguely.
客席からステージのシカ君見るの初めてだったけどかっこよかった。村上君はなんか汚い格好になっ
Did
ち
you
ゃって
cheat on me
自
with
己
her
紹
while
介
I
するま
was
で気がつか
gone?
なかったよ。
Oh
あ
no.
と
No,
ボーカル
no,
の
no.
女の子すごく可愛いね。
No, you weren't
私がいない
gone.
間にあの子と浮気しち
Shut
ゃっ
up, I'm
た。
trying to talk. Thank you.
ね
No,
え、シカ
shut
君は
up.
今さ、
Trying to say something. You weren't gone. I thought you were dead. That's a big difference. You didn't go on a vacation for a little while. No, you were dead. We thought you were dead. That's a big difference. And no, I didn't cheat on her. I didn't sleep with her as far as I know, because the game did not tell me if I did or not. I don't think I did, but who knows. I start telling her what I've been doing as she asks. But it's not that dramatic. Really, right? We can't compare with what she's been through. We got nothing. I've been playing the band, that's it. After Karari was gone, I flunked the exam. After graduation, I just sat in my room doing nothing. Not getting a job or not trying to take the exam the following year. Then Murakami asked me to be in this happy psychomania. I started living alone. Changed a lot of part-time jobs and spent 5 years. Maybe this is all wrong and I'm crazy. I added the end of Karari just like
合ってるんじゃないかな。でもシカ君、ずいぶん適当に人生を送っちゃったんだね。
Well,
もしかして私のせい？
Karari looks into my eyes. I step backward. No, not really. I'm just that type of person, I guess. I don't regret it either. Nothing's been going on in my life, but it's fun every day.
シカ君、疲れてるの？
Why?
なんだか投げやり。心配だよ。
You think? Well, maybe I sound like that because I'm still confused. Can I ask you more?
今夜はまた会えてすごく嬉しいよ。
You and me both. She wants to take a shower before we start talking since she's feeling uncomfortable being wet in the rain. I tell her where the bathroom and
覗
towels
か
are.
ないでね。
Closes the door. I wonder if she's able to find out how to get the hot water, but I hear the sound of the shower from the bathroom soon. I drink water and decide to clear my head. I don't believe it, but since it's happened in front of me, it's real. The most reasonable scenario in the situation is me having the wrong memory, of course. I still can't let go of the inconsistency. Maybe Karari can explain it for me later. I'm shocked to learn that my memory's not correct, but the best thing out of this is Karari's not being dead. She has a future as long as she lives. Makes my heart race when I think about it. Oh well. I'll let myself giggle like that today. The future and the sparkle of life I thought I lost at that moment came back to me today. My days are fun now, but it's nothing to compare to how I used to feel back then. I never thought about it. I don't have any dissatisfaction about my life now, but now that she's back, I start realizing the fun we had in school is the true joy of my life. The fun I have now is like the joy of a zombie. I can come back to my life if Karari's here with me. I'm sure the past 5 years have been hard for her as well. I'm confident that I can just accept whatever she's been doing the time we're apart. The time we're going to build together will be wonderful. I just know it. We need to talk to cover the time we've been apart. I'm waiting for her to come back from the shower thinking about what and how I should ask her questions. But she's not coming back. What's going on? She's not the type of person to take a long shower. I can still have the water running. Did something happen during the shower? Stand up. She's not. Says not to peek, but I can't wait. I open the door of the bathroom. The bathroom lights have been turned off and it's dark inside. I turn the light on to see everything has been the way I used last, but it's not even wet. And then I realize the sound of the shower I thought I heard is the sound of rain on the ceiling. She wasn't taking a shower at all. Where could she be now? I look at the door to see the door is locked from the inside. I go back to the room feeling nervous about not understanding the situation. Then I touch the carpet, the place she's been sitting. Her clothes were so wet she said her underwear is wet, but the carpet's completely dry. And I realize, yes, my head is mistaken the reality. But it's not my memory been mistaken for a long time or anything like that. I see. I knew it. I feel my emotion wash away my consciousness if I don't say anything, so I say it out loud. My voice sounds numb. I wonder if my heart is still alive deep inside to see things happen like this. I think I knew. I'm not going to be saved. I have to pay a high price for seconds of dreaming. I feel an aftershock as a tidal wave comes rushing my chest. I usually duck well, but I don't think I can duck from my own emotions today. I fall down on the spot, rubbing my face on the floor, not making it back to my bed. I have a chest pain. I think I'll shove an X-ray if I take one now. Oh, shit. This is embarrassing, but what can I do? It's detailed just right to make me believe. I see it right in front of my eyes. Sure, it makes me want to let go of a few things. Doesn't anyone? I wonder why dreams pinpoint to the weakest spot in my heart. I don't even feel as shocked to see a person die now. I can't breathe. This is really bad. Boy, that was rough. Can only imagine how disappointed he must have felt at that moment. Nothing to do but to move on, I guess. Hello. Murakami brings a drummer to the studio. He's tall like a basketball player. Strange name. Is that your real name? Aramora says yes and bends his body in half.
バイト先の同僚なんだ。彼結構なテクニシャンなんだぜ。ちょうど前のバンドが解散したところでね、それを無理やり引っ張ってきたんだ。
Okay. I'm not sure where his proud attitude is coming from. Is it because of Omura's technique, or he's proud to show me he is a friend? Maybe it's a little bit of both. You're tall. You're bigger than Murakami. He won't fit into the same monitor if we go on TV. I'll go up to Omura.
引いて取ればいいだろう。それよりな、この大村寿太郎君は本当に逸材なんだ。小学生の時から親にドラムを仕込まれたって言うんだから、殿やばりじゃないか。
Whatever happened to Chinoya?
しかも彼が前にやってたバンドは渋谷あたりを中心に2年くらい活動している人気のあったバンドで、名前を聞いて驚くなよ。実は
まあとにかく音を合わせてみんとわからんわ。
Aki's drinking her mineral water and cuts in after she finishes drinking.
いつもながら偉そうなやつだな。人の言葉くらい最後まで聞けよ。
Murakami frowns, but Aki doesn't care. Aki doesn't care about anything because she's Aki.
まあいい。大村君、ちょっと腕を見せてやってくれないか？
Yeah, just show us, don't tell us. Speak with actions, not words.
うっす。
He nods and faces the drum set. He closes his eyes and inhales deep and stops for a few seconds. Looks like a martial artist before the fight, doesn't he? I make fun of him.
ヘラ、茶化さんといて。
Okay. He opens his eyes as he flashes his drumsticks to play his drum solo.
まあまあやな。
Let's see you play the drums, Aki. She's so hard on people she doesn't know about. She's hard on people she knows as well, though. Impressive, you're good. You surprised me. I feel bad for Ormore. But this is not just lip service. He is really good. So I think somebody needs to say that.
おっす。鹿之助さんにそう言ってもらえたら光栄っす。
Ormore bows.
彼、前島のファンなんだ。
Really?
なるほど、やっぱりそうか。ヘラのファンって大体どっかおかしい
That's
から
enough,
な。
Aki. What do you mean by that?
それに名前も寿太郎とか鹿之助とかなんや現代人離れしてて似とるし。まあそれはええけども、このバンドではうちの方が先輩なんやから敬ってもらわんと困るで。
What's wrong with my name?
ヘラも村上も甘すぎるけど
Her name is
うちはちゃうからな。初めっから甘やかして後でつけ上がられても困る
Talking
し。
here. What kind of name is Aki? A weird name, that's what it is. Aki. You sound like a typical mean sister. I laugh, but Aki glares at me.
ああ、こんなバンドなんだけど、大丈夫かな？
Let's have him on. We need a drummer and we need him now. He's good, so it's fine. Murakami asks Omura, worrying about what he's gonna say.
いや、自分ハピマニの一員になれるなら
Alright,
願ってもないっす。
go get the paperwork, Aki. Sign him up. He just says it plainly. What a man he is. But Aki's bad. How can you be so mean to a newcomer like that? It's a typical woman. I bet they don't like you at work, do they? Dude, don't piss her off.
何言うてんの。うちはいっつも素直やからみんなに超愛されてる。ヘラみたいな表面だけヘラヘラしとって内心何考えとるかわからんやつの方がずーっとキモ。
I know she's gonna say that already. I see. Then you... I grin and start to talk back at her.
お前らやめとけ。
Murakami stops me.
いっつも不毛な口喧嘩ばっかりしてよく飽きないな。
Oh, I forgot about him. Murakami asks Okaji checking his keyboard thoroughly in the corner of the studio. Okaji nods lightly as Murakami asks him and goes back to whatever he's been doing. He's looking at his fingertips on the keyboard, not even looking back at us. I suppose he doesn't care what kind of person comes in the band at all.
よし、じゃあ決まりだな。反対もないようだし、
Nobody's
君は今
objecting.
日から晴れてハッピーサイクルマニアの一員だ。
Murakami puts his hand on his shoulder. Looks like some historic moment to see these two giants talking to each other in front of us. So we start practicing for the next gig right away with our new member, Jutaro Omura. We don't have much time left. Omura just shows us his cool solo, and he plays steady with the band too. I'm sure we can have a satisfying show like other times. I'm really glad he came. But I'm not good today. I'm making too many mistakes. My fingers are not moving. So bad even Aki sounds worried. I have No idea why. I'm playing as usual, but a completely different sound comes out. I stopped the music making. It's a mistake again.
おい、どうしたんだ？ちょっと変だぞ。
Murakami's worried. He's a good friend like that. I don't know. Maybe I caught a cold. I reach out to get my drink, then I see white light in front of me. I hear Aki calling me in the distance. Don't worry, I meant to say it. But I hear clinging and noise and my consciousness is leaving my body. I hope I'm not hurting the equipment. I wake up to see myself on the bed wearing a hospital gown. I see an IV infusion connected to my arm. I wonder who changed me into the hospital gown when I got here. I feel embarrassed. I remember something like this happened to me before. I was playing tennis that time. Did I do that again? I'm not growing up at all. I feel really bad for myself. The doctor says I have fatigue and suffering slightly from malnutrition. I tell him how I live my life every day as he asks. The doctor says I need to change the basis of my life, and he says I need a rest. I explain to the doctor that I have a part-time job in my band. I can't take time off.
体を壊してまでやらないといけないようなバンドなのかね。若いから夢もあるのかもしれないが、一人で生きてるわけじゃない。周りの人間のためにも体は大事にしなくちゃいけない。
You got a point. I'm all alone after the doctor leaves. The hospital is so white. Doctors and nurses wear white coats and uniforms. The patients wear a hospital gown, and that is white too. When everything is so white, it seems inhuman-like. It makes me think of a future jail. Not a good impression. But how can I do such a stupid thing? I don't think I was pushing that hard, but I need to think about it since I fell down like that. The doctor says he's notified my parents, so they must be worried. My bandmate must have been shocked as well. My feelings are becoming something I can't trust anymore. Maybe I should calculate calories when I eat now. I'm staring at the IV infusion dripping in the bag since I thought about everything I needed to and don't have anything else to do. Then I remember some junkie telling me something.
葉っぱをやるとただじっとろうそくの火を見つめてるだけでも楽しんで
That's what he says. I'm sure he can enjoy the IV dripping, but I'm just bored since I can't do anything like that. My family's coming to get me soon, and even that sounds like fun, but I feel sorry for making them come get me. Suppose I have to go home with them and rest when they come get me. I don't feel it's unnecessary, but I feel guilty doing whatever I want to do and living the way I do. I decided I should follow whatever they say since something like this happened. The visitation time starts after lunchtime, and my bandmates come to see me before my parents come to pick me up. I walk out to the hallway to talk to them. Whoops. Skip that.
なんだ、思ったより元気そうじゃないか。
How rude. I'm feeling quite bad. Be nice to me.
何を偉そうに。おかげでスタジオ代が無駄や。
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. It's not my fault I collapsed. I mean, it is, but I couldn't have known. They bring different things for me, and Murakami hands me a small bottle of brandy.
退屈だろ。隠し持ってこっそり飲めよ。
Thanks, man. That's so like Murakami. Probably stole it from his parents' store. He's forgetting that I don't drink alcohol lately. This is just like Murakami as well.
ほら、食べ物や。
Well, thank you. Aki hands me a plastic bag of fruit. She says she bought it with Okaji and Omura. These two are standing in the back without a word. Okaji's like that, and Omura seems to be nervous.
せやから言うたやろ、最近顔色悪いって。しっかり睡眠と栄養取らんからこんなことになるんやで。
Yeah, I did. I learned. The hospital's so boring. Just have to laugh today. I tell them my parents are coming to pick me up now. I don't think I can be back right away. Might have to quit playing for a while.
次のライブまでには帰ってくるんやろ。実家言うても都内やし、大して遠くないしな。
I'm planning on it, but I may not be able to practice next week.
それくらいええよ。実家で美味しいもんたくさん食べて、ゆっくり寝たらええ。
Aki, you sound so nice today. Are you okay?
そないなことないけど。
Aki stops talking and Murakami continues.
お前が倒れた時の秋の当てっぷりったらなかったぜ。救急車呼んでってうるさく何度も言ってたんだ。
Aw, Aki's sweet. She has a gruff exterior, but she's a softie inside.
そんなわけないやろ。
Not it is. Thank you, though. I appreciate it.
うるさい。
She gets mad. What a baby.
でもまあ、秋の言う通りだ。俺たちは資本は自分の体くらいしかないんだから、しっかり食って丈夫にならないとな。健康でさえいれば、人生は8割方幸福だ。
Murakami seems to be healthier than the rest of us, but he sounds persuasive.
本当そうっすよ。
Omura starts talking.
前島さん、早く体直してください。俺、一緒にハードなプレイしたいっす。
Indeed. I hope nobody misunderstands us, but I do feel him. I'm shocked to see you so nice. I thought you'd cuss me out. I tell them honestly. Aki looks
お
like she's
前
about
俺
to.
らのことどういう人間だと思ってたんだ。さすがに倒れた人間を踏みつけるようなことはしない。
I wonder if he'd step on a person if the person gets up, but I keep that to myself. My mom and sister come to pick me up after bandmates leave the room. My mom apologizes for not being able to come sooner, but she makes me feel sorry. I'm sorry to do this again. My mother looks complicated. They drive here to pick me up. My sister Yuko is the driver. I don't know when she got the driver's license, but she's driving well. She says she's drove Dad to the train station every day to practice driving. I respect him for being brave like that.
ダメだよ、ちゃんと食べなきゃ。
Yuko's upset as she drives. She's going to university right now, but I never went to one. So when I think about a college student, it feels like she's older than me. It's strange to feel like that to my sister. Fine. I'm looking out the window as I answer her. The city I'm so used to looks like a completely different city than when I look from the window. I feel sad to see the city change on me like that and I leave the city. My room looks like a storage when I come home. I think they did use it as a storage room. I don't recognize a lot of things in my room, but looking at the stuff in my room, I imagine Yuko gave up on cleaning her room and just threw everything into my room. It's all her stuff. I want to complain to Yuko, but she left the house as soon as we came back. My mother says she'll take care of it, but I can't let her do that. I'm just suffering from malnutrition, not really sick. I can do it myself. Good exercise increases appetite too. Then Mom goes out for shopping, telling me to take a break when I feel tired. I put all the stuff away in an outside garage neatly. Her old uniform was lying around and thought if I can sell it to somebody. It is a bigger job than I thought it would be. I finally finish after dark. Then Yuko comes back.
休んでないとダメじゃない。
Didn't realize why I had to do this. My mother bought an eel at the supermarket and cooked an eel bowl. The eel reminds me of my school days a little, but I pushed the thought out of my head and I shoved it down my throat. My dad isn't home. He's going out to dinner with a client.
とか言って、不倫でもしてるんじゃないの？最近怪しいわよ。
That's a horrible thing to say. Yuko makes fun of Mom, but she doesn't listen to her. He needs to go with a different client. He needs to go out with the client even after he gets off work. What a hard job a businessman has. Since I started living alone, I respect my dad more than ever. I did respect him all along, but now I can say it out of experience. I'm doing my best to take care of myself and play gigs here and there. That's it. But my dad buys a house with loans and supports his wife and children. He works hard like an ant and he goes out to play golf and dinner even on the weekends. He's been doing this for more than 20 years. Can't believe that. I think it's okay to cheat since he's been working so hard. Maybe taking a break like that is mandatory to work like that. I let out a little bit about how I feel about it, and Yuko attacks me back
そ
hard.
んなのは言語道断。不倫なんか息抜きって認められないわ。結婚や家族に対する背任行為よ。
Yuko insists. You're so serious.
お兄ちゃんがモラルがないのよ。 あのね、浮気はどんな場合だって正当な離婚の理由になりうるんだから、裁判したって問答無用で負けよ。長い間真面目に働いてたからとか、そんな理屈通用しないわ。
You're right. Don't you feel Dad is doing something respectable?
そりゃ育ててくれた感謝はしてるけどね。でも長い間真面目にってそれは当たり前のことなのよ。誰だってみんな我慢しながら真面目に働いてるんだからね。そん
She's
なの
right. You shouldn't
不倫
cheat.
をする理由になんか
It's bad.
ならない。絶対ダメよ。
Just because everybody does it doesn't mean it's common. That's not respecting people who are working seriously.
そんなつもりはないよ。ただ不倫はダメって言ってるだけ。
Really?
そうよ。
But a person who says things like that usually falls in love with some married man and says love is justice. And they travel to Kyoto in winter and drink sake watching the waterfall of Kiyomizu-dera in the afternoon. And they park the car in the mountains and kill themselves inhaling exhaust gas.
そんなわけないでしょ。なんでそんな具体的な妄想すんのよ。
I'm a troubled man. What can I say? I just see it looking at your face. Maybe I'm a man of foresight. Yuko picks up a takuwan with her chopsticks and throws it at me, completely misunderstanding her to think she grew up.
あのさ、お兄ちゃんはバンドなんかやって貧乏なアウトロー暮らしをしてるから、普通のサラリーマンがそんなに偉大に見えるのよ。
Yuko's serious. You think so? It's a lot of work to get up early every morning to get on the cram train and go to work in general. It's amazing that they get married, too. And you have to be confident in your future to actually want to share life with someone. Life is full of worries.
その発想がすでに一般常識とかけ離れてるんだってば。もう完全に社会の枠組みから外れちゃってるのね。私も悪かったわ。いい年して平気でそんな格好してる時点で常識についてまともな話なんかできないに決まってる。
Yuko sighs. Not really. Not everybody's keeping the common sense as you think they are. I'm one of the good ones. I'm not late for my work. Nobody comes on time around me.
まったく、どういう世間に住んでるのよ。
I live in the same world you do.
お兄ちゃんもこうして体壊しちゃったことだし、これを機会に普通の就職とかも考えてみれば。別にそういうのが嫌いってわけでもないんでしょ。まっとうな生活に戻りなさいよ。
Sounds like I'm not living normally right now.
全然まっとうじゃないよ。自覚がないのがより一層深刻ね。
I know that to some extent.
じゃあ自分でも分かってるんでしょ。
I can't say anything. I think I'm living somewhere not normal. Or maybe it just has lots of abnormal people in it.
あなたが大学行きたいって言うなら、私たちにも貯金の用意はあるわよ。もともとそのつもりだったんだから。
Mom cuts in. I don't know what to say to these specific and realistic suggestions. I'm so used to having abstract conversations.
いいわね、そうしなよ。どうしてもバンドやりたいなら大学行きながらだっていくらでもできるし。
I can't go back to being a student.
そう言うけどさ、私は詳しくないからお兄ちゃんのバンドに見込みがあるのかないのか知らないけど、あのね、客観的に言わせてもらえばこのままじゃお先真っ暗だよ。
Think so?
そうよ、ロックミュージシャンってそういうの好きだけど、お兄ちゃんには滅びの美学とか似合わないと思う。ああいうのはハンサムな人にしか似合わないよ。お兄ちゃんそんなにかっこよくないし。庶民はね、長生きしてなんぼなんだからさ。
You don't have to put me down like that, you know.
はっきり言わないと分かってくれないじゃん。とにかくね、進学はともかくとしても何かちゃんとしたことを考えないとダメなのよ。
I see. Now I feel like I've been living as an outlaw if you put it like
気
that.
づいてくれてよかったわ。全然自覚ないから分かってくれなかったらどうしようかと思った。そうよお兄ちゃん、完全に社会からドロップアウトしてるんだから、まずそこから分かってくれなくちゃ。
Yuko sounds happy. I'm not happy at all. And Mom starts talking to me.
でもね、優子はこんな口の利き方してるけど、本当はそうでもないのよ。
I think she does.
ええ、いつもバンドの雑誌だとかテレビをよく見てて、あなたの話題が出てると楽しそうに報告してくるんだから。
See, I nod.
お母さんは余計なこと言わないで。
あら、ごめんなさい。
Mom smiles bitterly.
でも優子だってやりたいことをやってくれて構わないと思っているはずなのよ。だけどこんな風に体を壊したりするとやっぱり心配しちゃうでしょ。
I know it's bad. Sorry for making you worry about me.
別に迷惑ってわけじゃないけれど、でも
Yuko cuts in.
まったく迷惑よ。
Yuko's upset.
しっかりしてもらわなきゃ。長男なんだからさ。
So this is how my life at home started. I've been playing gigs and working part-time since I started living alone. I don't have anything to do and I don't have either of them. I don't read magazines or comics. I don't play games or surf on the internet. It's not fun to listen to music as much as it used to be. People live in order, and if they don't have anything to do, I wake up with birds chirping and sunrise. I read newspapers under the morning sun by the front door and I walk the dog. When the white rays of light turn to yellow, I come home sweaty and breakfast is ready. I eat it after I take a shower and then I clean my room. I never cleaned my room with a duster when I lived alone. I used to clean often, so I realize how my life has been rough. After that, I clean the shower and the restroom. Sometimes I help my mom. I even go shopping with her to help her carry groceries. In return, I get to choose a dish. I watch reruns of old dramas and lie around until evening news starts. I have a chat with Yuka when she comes home, and I'm sleepy right after I finish eating dinner. I go to sleep before the fun TV programs start at night. I live just like a retired old man. I start to think about different things lately. I've forgotten about doing that for the past few years. I start thinking about quitting the band. I realize I'm not going anywhere playing in the band. I knew that before anyone had to tell me. I used to not care. I feel different now that I'm back at home. Remember, I have a family at last. I've been in a dump without realizing. This is not the first time. I've gone through this when I quit playing tennis. My family's not giving up on me, and I still have hope, like when I used to be a normal person. I think I should live a little bit more seriously. It's my responsibility. I need to quit playing in the band. It should have been easy to decide on that usually. Aki has a way to sign the contract individually, and Murakami seems to have enough. There's no problem. But I'm not able to decide easily for some reason. Is it because I'm still attached to the band? I mean, what kind of reasons do I have to feel attached? I remember, it was so much easier to decide when I quit tennis.
なんだかんだ言ってロックに取りつかれてるんだよ。
Oh, there's my sister. No, it's Chini. Chini visits me at the house and says, wow, she looks so different. Chini seems grown up compared to the last time I've seen her. Her hair, clothes, and the way she talks are more settled than before.
事情はいろいろあるのかもしれないけど、まだやりたいって気持ちがあるのならやってみた方がいいと思うよ。
If I've been possessed, then it would be something else than rock and roll. But I'm not saying that. Do I still want to do that? So I ask myself.
そうでしょ。というか何言ってるのよ。自分でそれくらいわかんないとダメだよ。
I'm not really sure. Chini thinks for a second.
鹿之助はまだ続いてるんだろうね。まだ真っ只中にいるからよく見えてないのかな。
We're in the middle of what?
青春時代？
What are you talking about?
就職もしないでそんなことしてて青春じゃないとは言わせないよ。だいたい鹿之助は小さい頃と何も変わってないからね。いつかこの時代が終わったらその時全部はっきりするんだと思うよ。
You sound like an old person.
実感こもってるでしょ。
You admit to that? But I still don't understand. Is it like that?
そういうものだよ鹿之助くん。君は今ドラマの中にいるんだ。今の君に必要なのは正しい合理的な結論を得ることではなくて全力で泣いたり笑ったりすることなのだよ。
Who are you?
でも羨ましいな。
What could you possibly be jealous about?
私にとってはもうあの時代は終わっちゃった。思い出すと懐かしくはなるけど、でももう完全に思い出だね。
I'll say it again, you sound like an old person.
でも似たようなものよ。今はもうあの頃と違う目的とか生活があるし。だけど鹿之助の中では昔のものも全部色あせないまま生きてる感じがするんだよね。
Does that mean I'm not growing up at all?
何でも悪く取らないの。とにかくね、私だけ年取っちゃったみたいで複雑な気持ちだよ。最近は体重もすぐ増えるようになっちゃって。ね、聞いてよ。この間ケーキバイキング行ったらね。
I don't care about your weight problems now.
だって気にしてるのよ。
Who cares? But if I'm still in the middle of it now, like you said, when is it gonna end? I can't stand it.
鹿之助の場合は終わらないかもしれないな。何事にも区切りをつけるとか割り切るとか苦手だしね。
That's no good. Shinny laughs and changes the...
それはでも鹿之助のいいところだと思うよ。
What?
私のこともずっと新鮮なまま忘れないでね。
No, you make me tired. I give her a bitter look and Shinny laughs. I almost told her about the time I saw Karari, but I decided not to do that. I'm sure she will complain about me dragging it still. Shinny worries about my health condition so much, and she goes, she's a nice person. She's a good friend. You know, it's been a while since I started thinking about the future. Murakami calls me trying to find out what I've been doing. I can lie about it, but I tell him I'm thinking about quitting the band. Murakami nods. He's on the phone. How do we know he nodded? He sighs. It's nothing like that, but I've fallen once when I played tennis, and I thought it's about time.
いやいや、その悩みはエンターテインメントに関わる全ての人間に共通する普遍的な悩みだぞ。芸術家としての波乱の人生を取るか、家庭の平和に貢献するために安定の人生を選ぶか。昔から芸のためなら妻さえも泣かすということわざがあってな。
That's not a saying.
まあ冗談はそれくらいにして、他にやることができたのなら、お前にとってのこのバンドの役目は終わったんだろう。
It's my first time hearing that. 5 years ago, it was right after Karari passed away. Murakami asked me to be in his band, and that's how it all started. After graduation, I stared at the ceiling all day, laying on the bed, not going to university or doing anything. The plan about making a band with Karari dissolved naturally after the fire. I suppose the plan was gone altogether, but Murakami thought differently. One day, Murakami came over to my house, and as he flunked the exam just like me, said we should do a band together. This is not good to lie around like this. Let's do something. I agreed lightly, not thinking twice about it. I made Murakami surprised for saying yes to his proposal. But I can't believe it's been 5 years since then. Murakami gets bored quickly, so I bet he quit soon. Wonder how we both survived 5 years. We made a simple band without Karari or Tanoya. Can't get enough audience, and we have to pay for the pre-sale tickets at first. We're paying a lot for it out of our pockets. Other members get sick and tired of it and left the band. We moved out of our parents' house feeling guilty, and our lives were extremely poor. There was nothing good about doing the shows. I don't know about the other bands, but we weren't popular at all. There's nobody who gets happy to see us playing bands. I'm sure people at the theaters don't want to have us play since we don't have any crowds. We aren't successful now either. But it was really awful when we started. But we kept playing. We started from a non-productive level, and it's been 5 years since.
やるべきことが見つかったなら、それをやればいい。バンドのことは気にするな。ロックンローラーは自由に生きなくちゃ。俺は応援するぞ。
Thank you. That means a lot. I don't know if there's something I need to do. I can still play in a band living like this too. But I have a family. I forgot about it when I lived alone, but they worry about me, and I feel bad if I end up on the street like this. I always make them worry. I should let them settle down soon. 5 years is a long time when I think calmly. Doesn't matter if I keep playing in the band or get a real job, but if somebody becomes happy to see me get a job, then I think I should choose that. I'm sure I'd like normal if I changed my hairstyle back and wore a suit, got on a crowded morning train. It's an important fact to my family. I should quit, I guess. I didn't think Murakami would support my career change like that. Career change, career change, career change. Did it look that bad then? I used to think I was acting normal. Self-humbling. I know it was the moment it rang, and it's from Aki. I'm sure Murakami told her what I just said. And I
バ
answered
ン
the
ド辞め
phone.
るってほんまやの？
She doesn't even say hi and ask me. I say it's not for sure, but I'm not feeling bad about thinking in that direction. So I know like an old politician and she becomes
わからん。
upset.
とにかく今から会って話しよ
I want to say no, but Aki hangs up before that. She just doesn't listen to anybody. I didn't get text messages saying she's at the station in about 30 minutes. I'm stressed out, but I get on the bike to go get her. Aki's standing there wearing tiny clothes, showing a lot of skin. She doesn't like to get burned, so I think she should wear something modest. She'll say she doesn't want to go outside, and she doesn't want to meet anyone being burned like that. So she did the same thing last year, too. She finds me. She runs to me and starts talking without saying
う。
hi.
ねえ、ヘラってさ、ここに子供の時から住んでたの？
Aki's very curious. Her eyes sparkles with the town she's never been in. I tell her yes.
なんかふるさとって言うても豊かな山川があるわけやないんよね。こんなコンクリートの街で育って東京人って結構寂しいんかもわからんな。
She sighs. Sorry to spoil your good story, but it's real natural surroundings, not mountain river. Sorry, I know it's too detailed, but I need to correct it when I see it. Otherwise, you'll be embarrassed later. You don't have much skill in this society. I need to let you know that as a duty of the elderly. You look sad.
なんや、だっていきなり人をひどいダメ人間みたいに言うて。
I got a lot of that from my family. I want to pass it down to someone else.
うちきっとヘラの家族とはなく。
We moved to the restaurant by the station. Aki's not saying much, but she starts talking as she gets drunk. People turn their head to see her because her Kansai dialect isn't unusual around here. I'm not drinking alcohol, so I'm sipping on oolong tea.
しかし髪の毛ずいぶんプリンになったな。
Aki says, turning her cheeks red with alcohol. I'm not doing anything since I came back.
そっか。ねえ、ヘラはなんで飲まへんの？うちだけ一人で飲んでたらなんかめっちゃ酒好きみたいやんか。
She says, hitting my glass with her chopsticks. Who cares? You care about things like that?
そうでもないけど。
But you were shades of drinking already? You were just a little kid when I met you. Wait, did you turn the legal age of drinking?
平気平気。つい先月ちょうど20歳の誕生日迎えたところやん。
Okay. I'm not sure if I can trust you with that. Oh, how old were you when we first met in Okaka?
15。
15. Oh my god, you were that young. No wonder I'm getting old.
そうやで。ヘラもおっさんやで。
Aki drinks and giggles. You really made me surprised. Do you remember what you did?
うん。
Aki's jolting. Maybe she does remember. I think you grew up so much when I think back about that.
うん。ごめんな。
Aki becomes quiet again. It's so strange today. Do you have a stomach ache?
そうやないけど。
Then what? You're so humble today.
うん。
She holds for a moment.
最近どんどんメンバーが辞めるとか言い出すやんか。それってやっぱり
No,
み
don't
んな
think
うちの
that.
ことが嫌なんかな。
It's not you. It's me.
うん。せやからうちももっといい子にならんとあかんとは思うんやけど。
What are you talking about? You're definitely worrying about something else. I know I shouldn't, but I just have to laugh. You still have that persecution complex thing? You still think you're less than everybody else, or you don't feel like you're worth living?
うん、普段はないけど。でもへこんでる時とかやっぱりそう考えてまう。あかんのは分かってんねんけど。
Poor Aki. I see. Whatever you learned as a child is hard to let go. I hear that. Maybe you need to keep working on it, but as far as I know, nobody left because of you. Our band is more popular now because of you, and we get new members thanks to you. Aki's still thinking. I'm sure people who don't know how she acts aggressively in the dressing rooms think this is really her. She becomes too naive since she can't keep the balance of too much confidence and sense of inferiority and self-consciousness. She doesn't know what to do with the energy she has. Are you still cutting your wrists? Good.
せえへんせえへん、そういうのはもう治ったよ。それはもう大丈夫。あんな恥ずかしいこと今はできへん。
Good.
うん。昔はごめんね。たくさん心配かけて。
Don't bother at all. She is too humble today. I really feel awkward from time to time. Hey, you talking Kansai dialect, but is it Osaka dialect to be exact? I try to change the subject.
うん。
But your speech is mixed with different dialect? Somebody was talking about that.
それはうち子供の時いろんなとこに引っ越してたから。最近は東京弁が混ざってると思う。
She gets quiet. I think my plan just failed. What should I talk about? And Aki turns to me.
ねえ、ヘラはほんまにバンドやめてしまうん？
She looks into my eyes. I can't answer her.
うちヘラにバンドやめられたら困る。知ってるやろ？
Yeah, kind of.
うちやめてほしくないな。
Don't do the pouty face. I haven't decided for sure yet.
そうなん？
Yeah, but it doesn't work if you act cute like that. You're not the type.
そんなんちゃうわアホ。
Not like that, idiot. Anaki complains like how she does finally. We drink a little more and I walk her back to the station before the last train leaves. I start thinking about it when I come back to my room. She called on my cell phone 3 years ago when we were looking for a vocalist. We weren't able to find one through friends, so we put up flyers at the theater. She started talking about her name and experience without saying hi. I'm sure she's nervous, but it made me feel nervous to meet her. Wait, I thought we met her 5 years ago. This doesn't make sense. She has more impact than on the phone when I actually met her. She wouldn't say her age on the phone, but she was young. Too young. Maybe she was cutting her own hair. It was cropped unevenly. She was wearing long sleeves and in the middle of the summer. Her eyes were glaring and she was fidgeting just sitting on a chair. She was definitely weird. Then I saw white bandages coming out of the cuff from her long sleeve shirt. I'm not an important person to judge a person or be picky, but she was making me worried. She had nice looks, but it may have been a cause of some other problems. I'm not a good enough punker to know the importance of keeping a peace, and if you think about it from a punk point of view, she may be a goddess of our band. But I was starting to realize real punk is not suitable to play in a band in the first place. I didn't feel like inviting trouble into our band, and I kept talking to her thinking how I should put it to make her go home. Then I had a deja vu about her, but I couldn't remember. It's so strange to forget a person like her. Then I asked her.
やっと気がついてくれた。いつ言うかハラハラドキドキしてました。
Aki laughed for the first time. I still remember her smile. It was a nice and sparkling kind of smile. After that, she started talking and acting more settled. She was extremely shy and she was so nervous at the time. I met her once before, for sure. It was during a summer break when I was still in school in Osaka. Okay, so we did meet her 5 years ago. Yeah, she's the girl Karari and I met when Karari gave her a ticket and her shoes. Oh, you remember that? Yeah, it's the same girl. I don't remember. I remember that, but I didn't know that was the same woman. Interesting. Didn't dawn on me until just now. I felt strange, but it's not just a strange luck. Aki saw our band and liked it so much she started going to shows here and there, and she ended up playing herself. The reason she came to Tokyo is because she remembered we're from Tokyo.
あのバンドがもうなくなったって聞いた時はびっくりしたけど、前島さんがまたバンドやってはるって名前だけは知っとったんです。
She saw our flyer and she called us in a flash. It's strange. I felt like the scene from that summer and this moment is connected directly through Aki. I don't know what to think of this unsettling feeling.
そういうことならこれはうちで歌ってもらうしかないな。
Akame decided by himself.
変ですか？
Aki looks at me. I wasn't gonna say no now. I felt responsible for making her life change like that. I bowed my head to her and asked her if she'd be our vocalist. He jumped in joy. She looked down, being sorry the next moment. What?
うち謝らなあかんことがあるんです。
He looked up. What is it?
他の人が電話かけられへんようにお店の張り紙全部剥がしてしもた。
Uh-huh.
それで文句を言ったお店の人と大喧嘩しちゃったんです。
The first thing we did as a new band is to go apologize to the theater with Aki. Aki's performance wasn't bad at all. Our problematic character was getting better as time went by, although it was really bad at first.
なんか村上とかヘラはすごいな。うちが変なことしてもあんまり切れへん。
I suppose people who surround her used to get mad and points their fingers at her, which made her accelerate her strange behaviors. Akame and I are basically loose about that, but she doesn't have to be edgy with us. Aki told us about her family once we became friends. She'd been a problematic child ever since she can remember. She feels embarrassed to sit at the desk with everybody else at school. She has problems with self-consciousness. She hasn't changed much in that area. She can't say hello, and it makes people upset that she feels too embarrassed to do that. That's why she never felt comfortable in school or regular life. She was doing it seriously, but it just went to a weird direction every time she tried. People called her names and hated her everywhere she went. It was an unthinkable reality for Aki as well. She used to think the world was an awful place and wondered why she had to be born. And she stopped going to school and stayed home all the time. But then she felt guilty about being home all the time for her parents, and so she couldn't stay home either. So she ran away from home every time she felt she couldn't take it anymore. Of course, her parents got upset with her. They called her names. Aki stressed out again.
うちはうちで精一杯考えてたつもりなんや。でも結果はこうやんか。もう本当にどこにも居場所がなくなって、もうどうしようもないって気分やった。
She felt nothing was working out right. She gave them all up. She was always so upset. It made her do lots of bad things. We met her about that time. I remember her eyes were glowing with aggressiveness, but she was just a little girl and we met her in the neon of a night. I thought she had something to be that way then, but I wasn't able to handle it like that. Kari helped her then, but Aki thought it wasn't any of her business. She thought it was, if she was to be saved like that, then something bad should have happened to her on their own responsibility. She didn't want to come to the show either, but she realized she was still wearing Karari's shoes after she ran away from the police. She said she thought she must return it back to Karari. She didn't want to borrow anything from anybody, so she couldn't let that pride go.
あの時うちにはそれしかなかったし。
So she came to the theater.
今でもはっきり覚えてる。入り口のところで人が溜まっとって楽しそうにだべっとった。
Aki was feeling annoyed, thinking they were living in different worlds. She came over herself and entered the theater to have some guy keep talking to her. She was simply feeling unpleasant. She just wanted to return the shoes and go home. Then something happened in the hall and the staff started to move faster. I think it's the time that guy came out of the audience to hug Ferrari on stage and then jumps back into the audience. Staff Aki was about to hand the shoes and went back to the hall, and she was left alone. Aki tried to leave the shoes on the counter, but since she hadn't explained anything, they would not go back to Karari. So she waited until somebody came back, but nobody was coming back. What happened inside? Aki decided to go into the hall, curious about what was going on. He entered inside, walking by a sweaty fat man who was being pulled out. The hall was noisy.
キラちゃん、誰と戦ってるの？もう大丈夫なのよ。
Kashiwara was calling from the stage. What's this? Is this what a show is? She walked thinking about what happened, and that's when she ran into Karari. Karari's clothes were trashed, and she looked like she was just in a hurricane. Karari and Aki's eyes met, and Karari smiled to say thank you for coming, holding her hand tightly. Then they talked about something, but Aki was so shocked she just can't remember what they talked about. Then Karari climbed back onto the stage to restart the show. Aki wasn't shocked to see the first show in her life.
ひらりさんは鼻血出しながら歌うてるし、音はガンガンしてて頭が痛いばっかりで、どんな音やってるか聞こえへんし、それに合わせて客席の前の方ではみんな体動かしてて、うわー気色悪、なんなんこれ、なんでこの人らこんな楽しそうにこんな本気でこんな妙なことやってるんやろって。特に女装みたいなアホらしい格好しとるのに真顔で演奏しとる人とかもうなんやねんって。
I think she's talking about me. Who else would she be talking about? Aki couldn't stop laughing the way to home, thinking of the show. She couldn't remember when the last time she laughed like this was, and Aki thought she wanted to do that too.
なんかね、つまんないことでくよくよしてるのがバカらしくなった。
I'm not sure if she was praising us or making fun of us, but our band made a huge impact in her life. Aki also said things like
子
this.
供の頃のうちほんまにひどかったんや。ヘラやキラリさんに出会わんであのまま成長してたら絶対ダメになってたと思う。あの時ライブに行ったからなんとか今日までやってこれて。
I felt really shy. I'm glad you say that. Dressing as a girl wasn't wasted. I joked to her.
茶化すな。うち
So it is a fact that what we did that summer was the reason Aki is standing here today. I thought about the time when we let her join the band and felt responsible. I'm the only one who's still playing in the band. That's why I felt strongly. Aki should be going forward without concerning what I'm doing pretty soon. I think she has a talent and she has a chance of making it as a solo. You know, people come and go. I think it's hard to make a living depending on somebody else, but it's not like the person's going to vanish from the world. I need to help her to be able to live on herself without depending on anything. It's not just for Aki, but the same thing goes for me too. I need to grow up. Alrighty, with that, I'm going to end the video here, and I will see you all in the next part, so take it easy, everyone.